Well, the ANC will this morning brief the media on numerous matters of political and socio-economic concern. The briefing will also reflect on the ANC's expectation from the medium-term budget policy statement and the 2023 matric examinations. For more on this, let's bring in SABC News reporter Samkele Maseko. Samkele, a good morning to you. I think let's talk about key points. I think obviously the Springbok are going to come up their messages of congratulations, not surprising, but key points at the top of the agenda that you're expecting today.
Naledi, well, the key points at the top of the agenda of this briefing of the African National Congress follows that National Executive Committee meeting of the ANC that took place 2 weeks ago, and also the National Working Committee meeting of the ANC that deliberated on the working relations of the ANC with the Economic Freedom Fighters, with Patriotic Alliance as well, and also the medium-term budget speech that will take place tomorrow in Parliament that will be delivered by the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, will be at the top of the agenda here today when the Secretary General of the ANC, Fikile Vutambalula, briefs the media on the ANC's NWC meeting and officials meeting that took place yesterday on the issues pertaining to the medium-term budget speech, the various budget cuts that are going to be there. You heard the President yesterday also speaking that the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, is also going to incorporate how they fine-stream government and fine-tune government in order for there to be lesser ministries, in order to curb the high expenditure bill that government is incurring day in and day out. You'd also remember that the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, spoke that South Africa is close to going into its reserves and that there is no money that is there within the government bank anymore, and that the government expenditure exceeds the bank balance of government per month. And that tells you of the fiscal constraints that are there, and also that government has to curtail on some of the lavish spends that are there. And one has to ask, what will then happen to the international trips that the ministers and deputy ministers usually take? What's going to be the ANC's standpoint on how South Africa can contain this escalating debt bill of government? And also when you look at the state-owned enterprises, when you look at Eskom is the biggest black hole threat to the South African economy, and particularly knowing that there is the IMF that is standing by to try and bail out some of these institutions. Also look at the turnaround strategy that is there for Transnet as well, that has not been doing well over the past few years, as you saw the Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, being grilled in Parliament these past 2 weeks.